Hey y'all, welcome to the T-Work podcast, hosted by Grant Banko and me, Adam Moreau. From entrepreneurs and athletes to the rat racers of corporate America and those who refuse to be put in a box, we want to share their stories and understand how they ended up where they are. Success and development come in many shapes and sizes. We want to hear about it all. So grab a drink and pull up a seat. Let's spill some tea and get to. Hey everyone, welcome back to the T-Work podcast. Joining us today is just us. We're going to start off with what we're drinking today. Unfortunately, it isn't tea, but I have organic orange juice mixed with organic pineapple juice. Banko.
Well, what's the brand? We got to hear the brand of the juice too.
No free ads unless you want to sponsor us. Lakewood Organic.
Okay.
That is also the brand of the pineapple juice. Shout out Food Lion, my local Food Lion store for
Yeah. So if you
supply.
guys could sponsor us, that'd be great.
Thanks.
That'd be
I'm sure
awesome.
they'll both hear this. I know the CEO
Yeah.
of Lakewood Organic listens regularly.
Perfect. And I'm drinking Heineken Zero because we have 5 of them in our fridge that are probably 6 months old, and we need to get rid of them. And health.
Health. Wait, please explain the health reason.
There's no alcohol in it. First off, so hydration. And there is definitely carbs. I think there's carbs in this. So
There's
like
got to be carbs. It's a beer.
electrolytes for sure. Let me look. Hold on. 16 carbs. Yeah. I don't know if there's any salt in it though.
There's no way there's anything that resembles an electrolyte in that beer.
Water, malted barley, hop extract, and natural flavors.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, those ingredients aren't that terrible.
It's actually less ingredients than a lot of our food. So I mean, health.
Our food, your food.
Listen, I actually use single ingredient foods for the most part when I'm not eating out.
To be fair, the frozen tacos I have in my freezer definitely have guar gum in them. What is guar gum?
I have no idea. What's ChatGPT?
I'm gonna Google.
You're gonna Google
Yeah,
guar gum.
guar gum, Guar gum,
Okay.
also called guarin.
Natural thickening, stabilizing, emulsifying agent.
I don't like that.
Improves texture in ice cream, yogurt, and baked goods. It's soluble fiber though.
It's grown in India, Pakistan, United States, Australia, and Africa. How do you throw Africa on there? Africa is a large place.
Yeah, what can we get an arrow? Can I get the definition, please? Can you use it in a sentence?
Guar gum? No, I can't use it in a decent sentence. What is it? All right.
As you look that up, so as you can tell, everyone, we originally had a interview today, but we're going to reschedule that to either next weekend or further, depending on timing. And then we were going to do a questions with Quentin, but he is preparing for other things, so that I don't want to put out there
Ah,
publicly. So
okay.
he is preparing for that, and he's taking it very seriously, which is a good thing. So
Good
good
for
for him.
him. Okay, well, we'll go back to our regularly scheduled content of guar gum health facts. Digestive health improves bowel regularity, relieves constipation, reduces bloating and gas. Those all worry me as positive spins on what guar gum is used for, but I'll take it.
I told you
Blood,
to soluble fiber.
yeah, blood sugar control slows down glucose absorption, improves insulin sensitivity. Um, okay,
So it's fiber. It's just straight
yeah,
up fiber.
binds to bile acids, reduces inflammation. Interesting. Promotes weight loss. What? By increasing satiety and reducing calorie intake, guar gum may aid in weight loss. I That seems like a weird spin to me.
I feel like it's giving you the definition for fiber. Like this is everything you're explaining is fiber.
Okay.
So maybe
Well,
it's just another name for fiber.
maybe guar gum isn't as bad as it sounds.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should not feel as bad. Is guar gum better than xanthan gum?
Ooh. I don't know.
Yeah, this is riveting content today. Uh, Xanthan gum. You can buy xanthan gum straight up. That's interesting. Ooh, Bob's Red Mill makes it? That means it can't be that bad,
They're
right?
both fiber, uses thickeners.
Bulk Supplements sells xanthan gum. Bulk
Okay.
Supplements sponsor us, please.
Yeah, please. Creatine.
Yeah, I do get all my creatine from Bulk Supplements as well as my vitamin D and I think my fish oil.
How
So
much? How good is their fish? Like how many?
I don't know. I don't
You know.
remember. And I deleted the app that Q told me to get because
Yeah.
I entered everything once and was like, well, I entered it, so now what do I do? Nothing. Like I'm not gonna change what I'm taking.
Yeah. And it didn't. And then it wouldn't find something. You're like, all right, cool. I'm not typing this in.
Yeah, what was that? Supco? I mean, Supco, if you want us to sponsor, if you want to sponsor, like I'll get back on it. Um, but I just didn't understand the utility after my first use. And then I used your protocols, I guess, to find better quality things, and you recommended me spend like another $100 on my supplements, and I just don't have that in my budget.
Yeah. So Gorgum, cold recipes. Xanthan gum, baking and hot recipes. But they do the same thing.
Okay. I I don't like xanthan gum the way it's spelled. It scares me.
That's fair. But
Xanthan,
I knew how to spell it without you telling me. So that's
that's
cool.
good. I mean, that's good, I guess, for your context clues in the Sarasota County public school system.
Shout
Uh,
out.
Shout out. But I don't know. I think when I see something spelled Xantham, I don't think that thing is going to be okay for me to intake.
Yeah, I've accepted that actually the more I mean, we've had this conversation offline. The more processed the food is, it helps that survive. So like shouldn't that just pass through to whoever's consuming it and you
Help
last
you
longer?
survive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Preservatives. Preservatives are preserving you.
Yeah, I mean, good point. The people of older ages that had technically more nutrient dense food died faster.
What? Where did you see that?
No, that's logic. If you life expectancy has only gotten longer.
Average life expectancy, but I that's a tougher one because it's due to starvation. It's not due to the nutrients in the food that I think people are living longer.
Correct, but we live in an age where we are allowed to make links to anything and claim them as fact.
I
You
don't
can't
know
tell
if
me that's the number one theme of 2025.
I don't know if I completely agree with you, but like kinda. I mean, sources. Just source it. Just references.
Yeah, well, technically the ruler of the free world is making medical claims now, so why can't I make scientific claims?
Actually, getting back to references, what was the standard reference method? AMA or what did we learn in school?
Well, I used MLA for the longest
Yes, that
time.
one. Yeah.
Modern
Why
language.
did we learn that? Like,
What do you mean?
well, now when you like write papers, like you don't really have to cite anything. Like generally, in the at
I
least
mean,
in
I
my
do.
in
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you're on the side. Sorry, I guess I should have clarified that. On the sales corporate America side of things,
You can just claim shit.
you just say stuff and sometimes reference things, but like it's just like here's the link. There's no like last name, first name, comma, page number, blah 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 blah.
Okay, so I would say the practice of citing your sources is very important. I think the format in which it's done is entirely unimportant. Like
Yes,
MLA or APA. I'm trying to think of there's another one. Is it Purdue style? Which why does Purdue have? I know Purdue has something. There's like a specific college, but I remember doing MLA growing up and then being told MLA is specifically for the language arts. And then when I started taking business courses, they said business papers are done in APA. And I had to switch my format to APA. And then when I got to Dayton, they wanted me to do something else, and I just said no. And then I never got docked. I never got docked on anything, so I was just like, good. I'm glad I didn't bother to learn this new
Yeah.
formatting technique. Now I'm gonna Google
Yeah.
popular
I mean,
formatting.
imagine how easy it is now though, like to like with ChatGPT or something, but like, hey, just put these sources in MLA format for me and just like
Mm,
that's gotta be so nice.
yeah. Oh, you were right. AMA, American Medical Association.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Shout out
APA
to Sarasota
is
County Schools again. Let's
uh
go.
yeah, good for you. Did you intentionally use AMA? I had never intentionally used AMA for anything.
I don't think so. I think I had a similar thing to you where I think it was originally MLA in
Hmm.
like middle school.
Yeah.
And then at one point we switched and I don't remember why. It was like right when I learned exactly how to do MLA perfectly. And they're like, oh yeah, we don't use that anymore.
Yeah, I remember thinking I would never have to worry about citations ever again because I got so good at MLA format in high school. And then I didn't read any of my initial requirements when I got to Eckerd, and I just did all my business stuff in MLA. I was like, oh, well, I'm good at this, so why would I worry about it? And then I got points docked for not using APA. I mean, I guess that's on me for being lazy. Technically, I went the extra mile and I did all this uh like annotated bibliography stuff, but I also didn't read the syllabus to even begin to learn what APA formatting was.
I
Because
don't
why
think
would I?
anybody, I mean, I don't think anybody reads the syllabus, to be honest. Like
Yeah. Or rubric, I should have said. Rubric is the
rubric, yeah, that's
proper
fair.
word.
That's fair.
Chicago style, not Purdue style, Chicago
Oh,
style.
yes, that yeah, yeah.
I know Purdue has something else. I want to Google.
I think
Maybe this.
Purdue it has to do something with like they have a good research department in general, I think, don't they?
Hmm, maybe Purdue. Purdue Owl APA. What is Purdue Owl? Oh, maybe Purdue has the. Maybe they just have a guide for all this. I don't know because I remember utilizing something that was Purdue affiliated at one
No,
point.
you're not. Purdue Owl sounds familiar, but now I'm questioning: did Purdue University or Purdue Owl come first?
I don't know
Yeah, because like
who is Purdue named after.
I don't know.
That's no, that's what I'm typing in.
Yeah, yeah.
John Purdue, a wealthy industrialist who provided a
Yeah.
significant donation of $150,000 and 100 acres of land to establish the university in 1869.
Okay, I was gonna say 850 grand. Like what?
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty sick.
If
So
I
I mean,
could
how much
buy,
is that now? Now we got to do the converter.
it
Um,
was 150 grand in what year? 1886.
yeah, 18. What did I say? 1860 something, right? 1869.
1869.
In 1869 worth today. 3.57 million, which in the grand scheme of things is not enough to have a college named after you.
How many acres did he buy?
I think did I say 100?
Yeah. What?
That is nowhere near enough to have a college named after you.
Yeah. Wait. Where is? Wait. Where? I actually don't know where Purdue is. So like,
West Lafayette, Indiana.
okay, that makes a little more sense.
The armpit of America. Dude, the dollar is not worth that much less in Indiana.
Yeah. No, I don't think you could buy. I don't think you could buy 100 acres for 3.5 million in Indiana. But I don't know. Like,
I Do you think
I
that guy has done the least of anyone to have a
no.
prominent college named after them?
I mean, how much did the Eckerd Pharmacy pay to be Eckerd College?
I don't know, but once again, I think or not once again, but I do believe the key word in what I said was prominent.
I would consider Eckerd Pharmacy was pretty. I mean, they were CVS before CVS. Like CVS bought them out.
A prominent college. Eckerd's not
Oh,
a
prominent
prominent
college.
college.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Vanderbilt, probably a lot more money there.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Well, that was
Dude,
the
the
first one that popped in
wealthiest
my head.
family, them and the Carnegies were the two wealthiest families in the United States for however long.
Also, good book to read. I'm rereading it again. 38 letters from John D. Rockefeller to his son.
You're reading it again? When did you read
Yeah, it's
that for the
actually
first
it's
time?
real. What?
When did you read that for the first time?
When I flew to Phoenix, I finished the whole thing on the plane.
And you acted like that was common knowledge. Why would I know you read that book?
I didn't. I was recommending it. I was saying good book
Mm.
to read that you
Okay.
should read.
Okay. Fair.
Uh, and it's easy because it's like each letter is only like 2 to 4 pages, so like you can just
Oh,
read one letter and then you're on the next letter. So like it's not like a book. It's like yeah,
nice. So you
yeah,
feel super accomplished because you're just like, letter done, letter done.
exactly. Yeah,
That's big. That's big
yeah,
for momentum. I
yeah,
do read books way faster with shorter chapters.
yeah. Or if they have sections, like the chapters have like the bold titles. Like if I can just get to that next bold title, great.
Yes. Yeah. Big time. There's a book that I was reading relatively recently, so maybe like 6 months ago. I don't even remember what book it was. I'm looking around at the books that are around me right now, but the chapters ranged from like 17 to 35 pages, and it
Oh,
was like small font. I was like, I can't get this done. This is taking so long.
did you actually finish it, or did you?
I did finish it, but it
Yeah,
took me longer to finish it
yeah,
because I don't like stopping in the middle. That's hard to do unless there was like a section break. But even the section breaks, like to get to the next section break, felt like a normal chapter length.
yeah. No, I don't think I've. I guess called it matured or growing up. Of like, if I'm reading a book now, I used to be like, I have to finish this no matter what, no matter how long it takes me, I will finish it. I've gotten to the point now where it's like, if I feel like I'm getting nothing out of it and I'm just pushing my way through it, I just stop and get rid of the book.
I did that once recently, within the past year, I think. Maybe a little over a year ago. But to be fair, I really haven't been reading that much recently to claim like, oh, this is what I do with every book I read. I guess
Oh,
it
yeah, yeah.
I could
I,
speak like that, but I did say I was going to try to read more, and I don't think I've picked up a book in
I mean,
two
you've been
months.
busy. Life's been busy.
Well, it's been busy. I read
Yeah,
articles.
yeah, you do read a lot of articles, so that counts.
I know. I just don't like doing it on screen, so I feel like it doesn't count.
I can't concentrate as much on screen. Like I don't like ebooks either. Like I need to have a physical book.
I agree. I don't like reading on screen. And then even at that, like it's so easy to travel like books on the phone. Like I've done it before. I don't like it. Um, I appreciate how easy it is to have here, but then I don't know. It's just not the same. Then you have the eye strain. You have all these things that go along with it that I just don't like.
Yeah.
But reading on the iPhone because the pages are so short.
Yeah, but then it's like a 200-page book is like this is 1,000 pages.
So think about how good you feel when you finish
True.
it.
True.
The
Dopamine hacking.
dopamine hit is crazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Corey does make fun of her therapist because they'll talk about books. You're like, oh, I just read this book, and Corey will be like, you mean you listened to the book? And he'll be like, no, I read it. She's like, you did audiobook, didn't you? He's like, yeah. He's like, you didn't read.
True.
Anybody who claims that they read a book on audiobook, nah, I don't trust you.
I'd agree with that. Because then I could just have read so many books because the amount of podcasts I consume,
Every podcast, yeah.
like it'd be insane.
Corey has a coworker that claims that she has read, I don't know, like 160 books this year because she's listened to them all on audiobooks. If you really want to claim that, then I mean, shit, I'm averaging a book a day.
At least I might
At
be
least,
averaging,
yeah.
yeah, I might be averaging like 2 to 3 books a day.
And does that mean that I have written however many books in my lifetime?
Over 100 at this point.
Well over 100 books.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
interesting.
I mean, so if someone wants to have that argument, do I want to make that argument? No, because I think it is stupid and asinine and terrible. And I think anyone that tries to compare a podcast to a book is wrong. But if someone wants to tell me that they've read books because they've listened to them on audio, whatever, then I'm willing to tell that person, like, okay, if you don't want to see my side, then you can call me a very storied and well accomplished author.
Let me ask you this though. If you have the physical book and you follow along while listening to the audiobook, does it count as reading the book?
Uh, I would think so if you are digesting the words on the page.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
like to me, reading requires the act of actually looking at the words on the page.
Okay. That's fair. I guess yeah, then it goes into the argument because you've heard the whole thing of like, there's a small percentage of the population. I don't think you're one of them, but I don't think we've ever talked about this. You have an internal voice that like talks to you, right? Like when you
Yeah,
think it's
yeah, yeah.
actually
We
speaking to you.
have talked about this. I think Corey introduced it to both of us, the internal monologue thing, which
Yeah, where
I
some
couldn't,
people don't have it.
yeah, which I can't fathom.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, I don't. How does that work?
Yeah, I really I can't comprehend that. In along those lines, we should probably ask Q this because I would love to hear Q try to explain it.
Whenever we do questions, quitting again, we'll get some mimosa bombs or something going. We'll make it a little bit more fun and then ask him that question.
About internal monologues.
Yeah.
I don't know if of all our friends, who do you think wouldn't have one? Just stereotyping. Like
Tio.
I know. Did you say TO?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Not even close.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And it's not like I I wouldn't even begin to know what the stereotype would be for someone that doesn't have an internal monologue. But if you asked me to guess,
Yeah.
it would be TO.
100%. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, good. I'm glad we're in agreement. I guess that
Actually,
kind of kills that discussion topic,
I
but
mean, now what? Hold on, let me find a picture of because now that we're saying that, I'm thinking of a certain picture of TL. I don't think it's that bad. If it's bad, I won't show it. But
should I give you screen share access?
no, it's not on the computer. It's on my phone, so
No.
I'll just hold it up to the camera.
Good podcasting. Right now, everyone, Banko's really close to the screen. He's looking at his phone. I'll just describe what's going on for everyone.
Oh yeah, because maybe they're only on the audio version.
Well, yeah, I know
This
my
is the picture.
parents only
This
listen.
this
They
is the
don't watch.
picture I'm thinking of.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of.
Well, there's probably others, but those are probably not good to show. But
Okay.
it was that weekend that I was thinking of.
It
So yeah,
works.
yeah,
That was a good run. Good rant. Good
yeah.
back and forth. All started with Guargum.
Before I go,
That's right.
how long have we been going? 20 minutes.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
Maybe a little longer. I don't know. Shout out us. We're
yeah,
ripping.
yeah.
But yeah, this is how we go. We just gotta yak a little bit, rip a little bit. We'll catch momentum. Maybe asking about Tio was wrong because there was no even debating because we had the same answer. That's the problem.
Well, we
Maybe
lived. The issue is we live together, so like you got to think we think the same way to an extent.
ooh. Now I'm thinking if that would even be a viable question. Uh, because I wanted to say, do you think we agree on more things in the world or disagree? But the problem is there's infinite things in the world. So if somebody picked 100 things randomly, how could we figure this out? We would need like a random question, like a random
Generator.
argument generator or something like that to pick 100 things. Because obviously there are certain things that you and I would align perfectly on.
Yes,
And
but
then
there's
there's
also things that we would be the exact
tons,
opposite.
tons. Yeah.
Well, as you're saying that though, I was thinking of like of our friend group, like I think you and I probably like if we were to do that with all our friends, like you versus anybody in our friend group, I want to say we would probably agree the most comparatively. Maybe To could might be on that side, but like
There's going to be a massive Venn diagram with everyone, though. Like, no matter who you interact with, that you spend significant amount of time with. I wonder, ooh, that would be cool. Is there an optimal percentage of agreement and disagreement for the people that you most enjoy?
how would I prompt this to ChatGPT?
What specific question are we trying to answer?
I think we should go back to the original of if you live together with someone, do you tend to agree more after you like I think it might be influenced by living together.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. But or
Well,
did you
in
choose to
living
live together because you do agree?
living together though, for our context though, we chose to live together. Then you think about all the people that live together as Craigslist roommates in big cities that are
Yeah.
literally just looking for openings.
Yeah. So what's the question then?
I think it goes to the people that you well, I guess we have to decide the official question and then we have to decide the decision criteria. And I think the decision criteria is the amount of agreeability.
Okay.
Like that's what we're trying to define. And then I think as we go through more defining the question, is it probably of the people that you choose to spend the most time with? It's probably a choice thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm coming up. I'm getting there. I'm almost
You're
there.
iterating.
The
I like where we're going with this.
depending on people that you choose to. I'm gonna use friends, be friends with, instead of hang
Okay.
around.
Yeah. Because obviously if I don't know, you go to a club with someone, and I don't mean like a party club. Like if you play a club sport with someone,
Yeah.
obviously you agree on playing kickball is fun.
So I'm saying we're trying to define the amount of agreeability between people. Depending on the people that you choose to be friends with, does agreeability increase generally?
You might need to add some extra clarification. Maybe try to avoid using agreeability a second time because I think in that context,
Okay.
agreeability can sound like
How does your depending on the people that you choose to be friends with, how does that affect
thought
how
commonalities. Maybe is it thought commonalities?
okay.
Because agreeability is just like how you get along with someone. If we were using the actual
All right,
definition.
I'm just sending it. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay. Is the
Okay.
Heine zero flowing?
It's all right. I mean, it's good. It's one of my favorite non-alcoholic beers.
Nice.
This and Guinness.
Mine was flowing. I finished
Yeah.
a while ago
Yeah.
actually. So now I'm on to my water.
Okay, this is a long oh, it's still going. All right, this is a long answer.
Ooh.
So that's a deep question. You're touching on agreeableness, social choice, and how our networks shape the way we think. Let me break it down in layers. Agreeableness defined. In psychology, big five traits. Agreeableness reflects how cooperative, empathetic, trusting, and conflict averse someone is. Higher agreeableness. Okay. Prioritizes harmony, avoids conflict, goes along with others. Don't love that. Lower agreeableness, more critical, skeptical, competitive, or blunt. Friendship and selection. We don't randomly choose friends. We tend to gravitate toward people who are like us in some way. Similarity, attraction principle. We prefer people with shared values, interests, humor, or worldview. Confirmation bias in friendships. Being around people who agree with us feel good. It reinforces our identity. Agreeableness role. Highly agreeable people may widen their circle, being open to diverse friends. Less agreeable people may form tighter, more selective groups. Effect on thought commonalities. Echo effect. If you mostly choose friends who think like you increase thought commonality, shared language, shared memes, similar beliefs. This can make groups more cohesive, but also more insular. Diversity effect. If you include people with different perspectives, you reduce thought commonality, but gain exposure to more ideas, leading to creativity and growth. Agreeableness, interaction. Agreeableness groups tend to smooth over differences, fostering more perceived commonality, even if actual beliefs diverge. Low agreeableness groups may clash more but reveal differences more clearly. Mathematical network framing. You could think of it almost like a graph or a probability model. Each person has a thought profile, beliefs, values, preferences. The agreeableness level affect how much overlap is perceived versus real. The more selective you are in friendship choice, the higher the expected overlap in thought. Agreeableness shifts whether you tolerate differences or filter them out. In short, who you choose as friends shapes that commonality. Agreeable people often smooth over differences and create more perceived harmony, while less agreeable people reinforce actual overlaps. Tight selective circles maximize commonality, while diverse circles lower commonality but expand perspective. So my takeaway from that is if you have a bunch of friends but not deep friendships, then you're less agreeable because you're willing to argue, but you also see the sides. Where if you're more agreeable, then your friends are it's a tighter knit group and deeper friendships because you don't. That's how I interpreted that.
I think I digested it slightly differently, and that's not to say I think you're wrong, or should I strongly claim that you're wrong for the agreeability. Um, I took it as the deeper. I think the use of agreeability there might be different from how we were thinking about the question, and I think that's how the answer was spit out. So agreeability was more like how you get on with other people as opposed to like agreeing on thoughts. Because I would say
Fair.
if you have a wider network, I generally think that leads to more shallow connections for the most part, because
Yeah.
you're not going to explore deeper conversation, and generally you're not willing to accept people that have different world views. Like I kind of think of that in social clubs to a certain extent. Like in a social club, generally the people that you are going to that with, going back to Q's Run Club stuff, you share one common thing that unites you with a large mass of people. But which is why I was trying to figure out this agreeability scale and like how it skews with friends.
Yeah.
I feel you are more comfortable disagreeing with people that you are closer with because you know you can get to an answer that ultimately isn't going to like impact the relationship at the end of the day. Like you are okay going through hard things. But if I share less, I don't want to say less of a common interest, but less of a bond with someone, the fact like the more we disagree or the instant that we disagree, the less likely I am to pursue anything with that individual. Like if I go to Run Club, for
I
instance, and
yeah, no, but I feel like you just said the same thing kind of or like
that's what I
maybe
didn't disagree with what
no,
you
no, I
said.
mean I think you might have misinterpreted because
Your
like
response.
yeah, because I was saying like I'm trying to think of like So it's like someone that goes to the bars all the time and like knows everybody. Like it's similar to your run club
Yeah,
scenario. Like
yeah.
someone that goes to run club and knows everybody at the run club, but doesn't spend any time outside of the run club with those people. But like, hey, these are all my friends because I know them. Like they know who
Hmm.
I am. They'll say hi. I would say that person is less agreeable in the sense of they're not willing, like based on the interpretation of ChatGPT, they're not willing to take the risk of contradicting somebody and building a deeper connection.
Hmm.
So they will just agree
Hmm.
with whatever they're saying and not even bring up that they disagree with them.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, I can get on board with that. Maybe that's from you reading it instead of me reading it. But yeah, I have no issues with that claim. If that's,
That's how I took it. I mean,
yeah, that's,
I get what you were saying too, though. Like,
yeah, I would probably need it in front of me to actually fully comprehend it. But given what you just said there, like if I start by accepting that is what ChatGPT kicked back to you, I'm in
yeah,
full agreement.
okay.
That yes, at some point, to build a deeper relationship, you need disagreement.
You need fights. You got to fight at some point.
Yeah,
Have to. It's life.
even beyond fighting, you need to
Yeah,
have differing opinions. You need to
correct.
differ. Yeah. Because I was thinking about that. How long would it take? That's probably even the wrong phrasing. Do you think you could be close friends with someone that had 100% agreeability with you? And I'm not saying, and I mean close friends.
Ye-
Like I think is maybe even I can answer my question first. I think it would be fine to have 100% agreeability with someone uh, in very short spurts. Like I could see that person maybe once a month and spend no more than 3 hours with that person at a time. Because I even think about riding in a golf cart with someone that has 100% agreement for 3 straight hours. Imagine being like, "Yo, what music do you want to listen to?" You pick the song. You're like, "Oh, I love this song. Me too." Like, "Oh, I hate this song. Me too." What'd you think of that game last night? Oh, yeah, same. Is it literally the same opinion on everything? Like, how do you have any in-depth conversation about anything?
yeah, I mean, it'd get boring, and you'd be like, like you would almost be like you would almost be picking at some, like just saying random shit to hope that they're like, all right, no.
Yeah, yeah. That's where you go to the next step. Like,
The only caveat I will give though, if the 100% agreeableness person and you are comfortable sitting in silence.
mm,
Because if you are, and you're watching TV or you're watching a game or you're at a bar and you're perfectly fine not talking, but like you just
mm,
are around each other, then it could work.
you're right. So conversation would be terrible, but presence would be fine.
Exactly.
That's good. That's a decent conclusion.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think we have any, like, I don't think our friend group has anybody that is anywhere close to 100% agreeable on everything.
No, no, I don't think so. I think that is more common in I think chameleon type people, like people that don't have strong individual identities.
Yeah.
Each person in our immediate friend group has a strong individual identity to a
Yes.
certain, like I would say like compared to the rest of the world, I think like everyone in our group is very comfortable being who they are
Yeah.
versus people that so maybe that's more common in younger populations or people that have more identity issues or like self-confidence, or maybe people that experience more self-doubt and they don't actually know who they are, so they're more likely to agree with the people that are around them.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it growing up with certain kids. Like they, when they're around one friend, they acted one way, and then
Yep.
when they're around another, they had a different
Yeah.
personality. So like, and I mean, sadly, it works in childhood. Like, I think it works very well in childhood in the sense of like you have a lot of friends and you're around the popular group because you know how to get along with everybody.
It even works in small facets. Like it works in teams, which sucks.
Yeah,
Sucks a lot in
yeah.
in teams or anything like that, which I think kind of goes to the importance of establishing individuality and like understanding that it's okay for people to be different.
Yeah, and I think that's hard, but that's harder today, even more so, given like not having face to face interactions as much. Like, I think it's even harder.
Oh, okay. So this maybe this will be our last kind of like deep dive topic for the
Yeah.
day. Um, Given the fact that it is easier now than ever to find people with common interests because of social media, because of the internet, and like groups online, different things like that. How do you feel that impacts exactly what you were just saying? You said it's harder today to celebrate individuality because do you think do you think it's harder today because it is easier to find people with common thoughts or common interests? Or like I'm curious about that dichotomy. Like which led to the other? And then what would be the right range? Because it's awesome that people that have obscure interests can find other people with like-minded obscure interests.
So I think you're right. It's easier to find like those one offs. Like, you play hurling, like you could
Yeah,
find other people that are interested in hurling, but like if social media, internet didn't exist, it'd be way harder.
correct.
But on the other side of that is hurling's not going viral. So like, and I'm thinking more like thinking middle school, high school. Like, if I'm on social media, I'm looking on what's the cool thing, what's the cool shirt to wear, what's the cool shoes
Yeah.
to wear. Like, that's trending. I'm not digging for like, oh, I like this, so I'm gonna find the people that like this. What is
Mhm.
everybody else doing that's getting them likes on Instagram or shared on TikTok or whatever? I'm gonna do that. It's easier to copy now.
And are you saying that now based on the way you're perceiving things, or like have you talked to anyone? And I'm not saying
Yeah,
like you're
this is
wrong.
my own perception.
Yeah.
But also, just and just looking at style trends and like what general people. I mean, this is Tampa specific, but like, you see the memes of like, oh, every Tampa guy, every Tampa girl, it dresses the exact same.
Oh, that's yeah.
Like
That's
everyone, you go out and like, even like I even fall into it, I'll admit it. Like, I was out one night at a bar and they had like a live band, and I was wearing like black pants and a black t-shirt. And like the band made a joke of like, oh, dude, you're so different wearing a black tee and black jeans. And there's like five other dudes in there wearing the same exact thing. So like,
that is interesting, the homogeneity of larger populations.
yeah.
That yeah, that is super interesting. So maybe that even changes the nature of the conversation. Like why on that level? Like that makes no sense. Like if you go out in downtown Tampa, which I mean, I don't know the population of the greater Tampa Bay area, but it's not a small city by any means. And
Yeah.
the fact that there is legitimately an identifiable style, but then to be fair, there's an identifiable style everywhere. Like
Yeah.
every
Yeah. It's
locale
not
has,
Tampa specific. It's definitely city by city, and each city is slightly different.
right?
I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, so now switching gears back to what I was saying, if you had an obscure interest, it would be easier now for you to find. So you can still, like, I do think it is more, I think people are more okay now celebrating who they are because they can at least identify others that feel similarly. Like I think there's less of the I'm just a kid, my life is a nightmare, and like I'm stuck in my room and nobody gets me. Like of course that still happens, but at least now you can get online and you can find people with common interests. Even if you don't physically see them, others
Yeah.
that do have similar interests are more accessible.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the thing that popped in my head is the what's the generation after millennials? Gen Z, Gen X?
Is
No,
that
Gen Z. Z,
Gen
right?
Z, then Gen X, then Gen Alpha, and now it's Gen Beta.
Okay.
Gen
So,
Beta was just born.
yeah, tough.
I know. That sucks.
Uh,
Beta?
um, but what I was gonna say is, like the millennial generation was the last generation without social media in part of the population. Obviously, we're the back end of millennial, and so like we grew up with
Right.
both with and without.
It cuts off,
And
is it 96?
yeah, 96.
Yeah.
And Gen Z was the first generation to drink less than the previous generation. Like millennial was the peak, and now it's actually dipping. And
Right.
like if you think about like everyone did that because that was the thing, that was the social proof thing to do that everyone else was doing.
Hmm.
And if without social media you couldn't find like it was harder to find people that didn't do that. And I think the internet and social media probably helped those people connect and build a community around not consuming alcohol.
What is interesting though is Gen Z also, especially Gen X, they spend less time physically together.
Oh yeah, they spend like what 8 9 hours on screens per day or something
It's
like that.
something insane. Like I
Yeah,
don't know the actual statistics, but I've at least heard enough on podcasts, aka books,
yeah.
that full
I mean,
circle.
now
Yes,
actually now I'm
double.
curious. Mine used to be like 5 hours. I think it's gone down though. Let me check.
Does that include both your phone and your computer?
Does not count my computer, so that's
Which I do think is a little unfair because
yeah,
all of our work is done on computers. So
yeah,
I'm glad mine is separate. Like I don't have them linked. I on my phone I think I average between 3:30 and 4:30,
yeah. That's where I'm sitting about.
which I still hate saying, but a good bit of my work is also on my phone.
Well, I was just gonna say I'm looking at it and like the number one app is Instagram, but the number two app is Teams, Microsoft Teams. So like it's work.
I think my number one app is Instagram as well, but also I have to post on Instagram daily and
Yeah,
respond to messages and all those things.
yeah.
So I don't know. I cut myself some slack. I wish I could divide it between like business Instagram and personal Instagram. There's
Get a
probably
business.
apps that do
Get
that.
get a business phone.
I've debated it heavily.
Like, I mean, you hear well, I hear on different podcasts like that are like the really popular ones. They don't
Alex
have.
Hormozy.
I actually no, it was not. I was gonna. It was not Hermosi. It's Huberman actually. Get it
Oh, okay.
right.
Yeah, yeah. My bad.
He has a separate phone for. He doesn't have social media generally, like for personally, and then he has a phone for the his podcast social media, so he can go
Yeah.
on there and post, and then he's done.
Yeah.
So no, Hermosi's slowed down a bit. Like he's not releasing as many episodes.
Really? He's not
Well,
grinding anymore?
he released a book. I mean, he's in private equity. Like he's
Your
doing other
boy.
things.
Dude, that's your boy.
I know.
So
Yeah.
does he not have the grind set anymore? Or is he
No,
anti grind set?
No, he posted like an 11 because he did a book launch and like did an 11-hour like live call for it, and he
Okay.
posted that on his podcast. And I was like, damn it.
Because you have to listen now to an 11-hour podcast.
I got through it. It's already done, but like, yeah, that was frustrating. That's one thing I haven't gotten over yet is I can stop a book, but now like podcasts, yeah.
Mm.
So that's tough for me.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Do you feel more loyal to podcasts because you are hearing a human voice on the other side?
More loyal compared to what?
I guess other media.
Well, a lot of other media has human voice on it.
Uh, hmm. All right, maybe I'll form my response and then you can kind of find the question in this.
Okay.
I would say I form a good bit of loyalty to the podcast that I listen to. Um, Also, I should lay the groundwork here. A lot of the podcasts that I listen to, probably 90%, are for enjoyment as opposed to education because of how much I am working anyways, that oftentimes my enjoyment or my leisure is spent like if I'm consuming something for enjoyment, it's usually while I'm driving in the car to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that is my break from working.
Yeah.
Uh, so I don't often want to like keep my brain on. Consequently, when I am consuming a podcast, it is often uh, paired with me laughing, paired with me considering things outside of my realm, as opposed to like, business growth or forearm musculature training. Like I do that stuff occasionally, but
Yeah.
if I'm doing that, I consider it work. Versus if I'm listening to one of the like four barstool podcasts I listen to or something like that, I have, as weird as it sounds to admit, but I know other people feel similarly. It has gotten to the point where I feel like I know these people and I feel like I'm not ashamed to admit that I feel like I have a relationship with these people because I consume their media on my own while I'm whatever working in my yard, while I'm mowing the lawn, while I'm driving to the grocery when it's 6 a.m. and whatever, I'm the only person out, like whatever. So I feel that I consume a lot of their information in similar settings that I would share with a friend, like very um isolating is not the right word. Intimate, not of course like romantically intimate. Intimate meaning like I guess again like isolated as like a close, not exact synonym, but I feel like is an additional descriptive word there where it enables or it has caused me to feel this increased loyalty to want to keep up with the relationship in a certain to a certain extent because I want to know what's going on. Like yes, I think they produce good content, but now I'm invested because not only do I like what's going on, but these are also the times that I share and it provides an escape for me. So it feels like some sort of common ground. Like listening to their content has also provided the environment that I am looking for to step away from my daily life or grind or whatever.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense to me. I can't relate in the sense of the podcasts I listen to are health, personal growth, or business. So I wouldn't say it's a loyalty in the sense of I feel like I have a relationship with the person or like are invested in their lives because they're not like, yeah, some of them bring in parts of their lives subtly and like talk about experiences. But at the end of the day, I think the loyalty in the sense, and it's kind of a, I don't know the word, but basically, if I don't like listen to this, I won't continue to grow, or like I might miss something that is that one thing that I needed to hear or something. So it's more of that than anything else for me. Because I don't listen to like I don't listen to Barstool. I don't listen to any like fun like podcasts, I guess.
In a way, though, we kind of boil down to the same thing. If you think about kind of the critical point that both of us made, to an extent, as bad as it might sound, is the fear of missing out, which
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
but that is what it comes down to. Like, I feel like if I don't listen on my side, even if it is entertainment stuff that literally means nothing in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't impact my life. And me listening or not listening doesn't impact the podcast host life. But I feel like I'm missing something, or I'm not going to understand the joke the next time I listen,
Yeah.
or whatever. And because I've now been a part of it, like there's podcasts that I listen to now that I've literally listened to from episode one all the way through. Like I was there from the launch. So there's some loyalty there. Or like, I mean, hell, Pardon My Take is the largest sports podcast in the world. And I started listening, I think, 10 months into their launch.
Yeah.
And the fact that they've been running for like 9 years now, starting to listen at month 10 really is in the infant years of the podcast.
Yeah.
Although I wasn't like, there are even jokes that I missed that they still call on today. I was like, wait, what is that? Like, why don't I know it? Which is so weird to think that like there was
Yeah.
only they do three a week. So like, I mean, if you think about it, there was only maybe it wasn't 10 months in, maybe it was a little over that, somewhere between 10 months to 16 months. So at most, I missed 90 podcasts.
Yeah.
And I feel like I missed something. And
Yeah.
that's just so weird that I guess that's shout out to people being good podcast hosts that they can create that. Or is that a problem with us or society that we feel like we're always one step away?
I would say it's the latter more than anything. I mean, yeah, like to be a good podcaster, be like to be successful at it, it's not luck. Like, yeah, there's some luck, but like you're good at it or not, and you put the work in. Like that's how it works. And but I do think, I mean, there is a syndrome of like, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be happy when I get this, and then you just it never ends. Um, have you ever gone back? Like, have you ever debated going back and listening to those first 9 months of episodes, like backwards?
Yeah, and I've considered it. What's it actually would take a lot of work for Pardon My Take because I'm pretty sure that most podcast platforms only hold 500 episodes. I
Spotify definitely holds way more than that.
You said Spotify?
Yeah.
Well then I would need to go and download Spotify. But because I'm an Apple consumer in that regard. Although I have debated making the switch because it actually does seem I think it would be tough for me actually to the hardest part would be transferring my music. Uh, but
Oh, because you okay, yeah, yeah, because you use Apple Music plus Apple. I think
correct,
isn't Apple Podcast free though?
it is.
Well, Spotify podcasts are free. So what do you mean transferring your music?
I kind of want to become Spotify across the board.
Oh, okay.
I like what Spotify provides from. I feel like it is easier to discover new music on Spotify.
I would agree with that. I
Which
don't use it for
I
music. I use
which,
Apple Music, but
and I like I also feel like it is easier to curate music on Spotify. Like one thing that I've noticed on Apple Music is it's weird. I almost feel like there's product placement songs in a sense, like certain songs that they're trying to blow up or trying to keep in the mix. Like there are songs that I swear are fully unrelated. Like if I go to create a station, for whatever reason, Apple Music loves Kevin's Heart by J. Cole. Like I get that song in damn near all of my creative stations. And like
Yeah.
I don't dislike that song. Like I have that album saved, that J. Cole album saved on my phone. I remember I downloaded it the day it came out because I was really into J. Cole at the time. But also when I am listening to music by Quinn 92, I don't need to hear J. Cole's Kevin's Heart
Yeah.
for the however many millionth time. I know that that's kind of getting away from what we were talking about with going back and listening to podcasts, but there are certain podcasts that I have like maybe I joined on episode like 20, so then I went back to the beginning to catch
Yeah.
up and see where it's come. I feel like pardon my take, the fact that like if you look at significant figures, the fact that I've listened to 8 of 9 years,
Yeah.
I'm in a pretty good spot. Like I don't think I need to go back to understand the current events in sports of that previous year. But if it's with for a podcast that like with was within like a few months, the current events from a few months ago were probably still pertinent to the current events today.
That's
Like
fair.
I don't need to go back to listen to what was happening in 2016. As funny as that might be, because the world was it actually might be fun now to do just to listen to what was funny in 2016.
Yeah. I mean, we just graduated or are still in college. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna call it there. I
That's
think
good.
I
We
think we
covered
got
good
an
stuff.
hour. So
Yeah, probably longer. And I'm starting to hear Q in the background.
yeah, he's on the phone with somebody. I don't know
All right. Well, good episode.
who. Yeah. Thanks guys
Wasn't
for
that
listening.
bad.
If you did listen.
Yeah, I think this will do okay. Hopefully,
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We probably should do more solo episodes. But
Probably.
yeah. All right. Well, bye everyone.
See you, everybody.
Hi everyone, Grant here. Thanks for tuning into the show. If you could like, share, and subscribe, we'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you think you or someone you know has a good life story to tell, we are always open to guest suggestions. You can send those suggestions to our email, tworkpod@gmail.com. Thanks again for the support.